international news to this, and no, it's I'm just talking about like the international news, not letting you know. But if you see anywhere, that's it is okay. And okay, then let's get it started. That is the first news that I got is okay. If I talk about the Israel's, like they have started a new offensive in Rafah, and when almost the Joe Biden and other European leader, they told Benjamin Netanyahu to not to do that, or cautious about that, killing some civilian people. But that just doesn't make any sense when the American president, Joe Biden, is helping them and telling them not to do that. It's just ridiculous. Like, really, like you are helping them and you are saying that okay, not to kill civilians, but they keep doing that, and then like, what is the meaning of saying that? I don't know. That's just saying it for showing the people, nothing else. And they're also liable, especially the USA. And okay, then the news is the Israeli killed maybe almost 50 people on the airstrike thing, and they freed two hostages of their own with that offensive with that strikes. And their hostages was there, maybe someone is 65 years old and another one is 70. Like, some of them managed to free them, like, there was Israeli hostages there, and they took the Hamas. It was about maybe 2 months or 3 months ago. So the another news is the NATO chief says the Trump remark may put the US and EU lives at risk. That's what they said. I don't know why they said. But the Trump said that the Trump yesterday they told that okay, the incite Russia to attack a NATO member if they are not paying their shared GDP, the amount, finance enough. So that's why the narrative said that that will put the European life and US people lives at risk. And there was a kind of, like, and a lot of people have defense on Trump's side. Like, many people say that that's true. Like, America is expending too much money, like so much money to some other area, like other countries for another for reason. Like, you can say the Russian president said that America has given maybe 60, 70, 80 billion to Ukraine just to keep the fighting on. And like, if they want, it will stop very, very earlier. And there was a lot of killing and things like that. It doesn't happen. I don't know what they want. And another news that I have got is, oh, anyone died, like a very young man, 24 years old. His name is, but his name is Kelvin Kiptum. Kelvin Kiptum, who is the world marathon record holder. Like, the world marathon record holder dies in his 24 years old with by the car crash in Kenya. So that is sad news. And the world marathon record holder Kelvin Kiptum, 24, dies after a car crash in Kenya. So that's kind of sad. Not kind of, it's really sad. This young life and a big future. And I heard that he died, by the car accident with his coach. So that's really sad. And American Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, um, admitted to the hospital with his bladder infection or something, and transfer his duty to the deputies. He's being hospitalized now. And also, like in if you said Ukraine, the key climbs Russian forces using the Elon Musk Starlink satellite in occupied areas, but Russia rejected that. Russia's troops and Russia rejected that climb, and not Russia, even Elon Musk himself rejected that climb. That okay, that is not happening. Yeah, so I don't know who is true in this case, but Elon Musk helped Ukraine very much, and I don't know. Russian President Vladimir Putin, when he talked about with Mr. Carlson about a very big interview, he said that Elon Musk a very very like no one can stop him. The Russian president said he's a very intelligent guy, now doing, and also was talking about the AI, artificial intelligence, like some code and things like that. And yeah, he's talking also about the Elon Musk. So I think Elon Musk is quite popular popular means in Russian politicians, especially in some um, there was not a former president and now a secretary of something, in defense, uh, like sub-secretary or whatever. His name is Mr. Medvedev in Russia. He is sometimes like talking, with making a comment and X, that is formerly known as Twitter. They were just having fun talking, or replying one another, and that was their doing. So I think they have a good relationship, and he's a former president, and now maybe chairing the, I don't know, something like defense, you know, lower than defense secretary, but in some like things like that. So Elon Musk is quite popular in that case. And okay, now and the Syrian foreign minister said they are ready, uh, for the war against Israel. Like anytime they said that. Okay, but I don't think they're ready. But the Israelis frequently, before and even now, sometimes they're attacking in Syria, some airport and military infrastructure, killing some general people and civilian too, and they're not doing very much because they don't have that much ability, or they were a long war and still like the Bashar al-Assad, the president, and with the help of Russia for sure. Otherwise, he he will face whatever he will not. He had to face whatever the Mr. Gaddafi, Muammar Gaddafi faced in Libya when there was a war. How the separatist or the opposition, military organized people killed him. The same thing will happen to Bashar al-Assad if he was like without the help of Russia and some other Iran or some other country, especially Russia, I think. And also, so the foreign minister just said, it's just a saying a little bit like that. Okay, we are ready for the war against Syria. But I heard there was a war in sometimes 2 or 3 times. Every time Israel won with the most of them the Arab countries. I don't know how. Like because in any Arab country you don't see any nuclear weapons, any any kind of weapons or any kind of voiced the race against, especially the United States, like the America, but they can't do that. I don't know. Like they're having some. I don't know. They're very much. So I think you know there is always neither opposition and competition in world military and world politics and geopolitical reason things happening. So there is needed some good competitions like America, Russia, and China. This country, like so there will be like before maybe the USA was a very stronghold and taking when the Soviet Union fall, they were all getting to USA, and now they have a very powerful. And they can't. The Arab countries can talk, raise their voice like very hardly, and they even don't have say. When India, not say India, you can say the Pakistan, they have nuclear weapons. But in Arab countries, you can't see anyone have a nuclear weapons. Maybe Turkey holds some nuclear weapons from America. I don't. Maybe, and but they can't produce or they can't. They didn't do that. Like I don't know how Pakistan did it. Like or India, how they let them do it. I don't know. And maybe yeah, it happened somehow. And oh, in Pakistan, and I'm talking about the Pakistan, you can see the Pakistan. There's a election had been completed, but the result they provided, especially the everyone said that whatever will happen, the military chief will take the decisions actually who will be in the power. And Imran Khan, the PTI party, Imran Khan have very not good relations with military chief. So you can think about maybe he's not going to from the government because even he doesn't have enough seats, like, and they were elected as the neutral candidate, so they will not get maybe almost 100 seats, that is a reserved seats, equally getting there will be the MP and uh, some other people, maybe what's it called, minorities, or they will also pipe or some seats they will get the minorities. So I don't think they'll get, but the big question is now in Pakistan who will form the government there. Nawaz Sharif, Muslim League, PML, and other parties, they're talking each other to form a government. So let's see what happens, but some analyst says that it depends on the military chief what she's going to do. And yeah, the Pakistan politics is always in murky and turmoil, and you don't know, like we actually say that there is always the elected government can fulfill their term, from when they got the more than 70 years. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. And any other news internationally happened? I don't know. So maybe that's the end. Oh, in Myanmar, I told yesterday that today I heard in Bangladesh from Myanmar there were too many gunshots, and it's coming to our country, like Bangladesh. So they are fighting, and there was a military called off, kind of a new thing in Myanmar. And any other things happening on the world? Yeah, in Ukraine the war is going on, and it will continue, I think. Okay, I think that's the end. Have a good time. Goodbye.